Hey, everyone. Hey. And welcome back to another exciting edition of the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster Show. I'm your proud host, Precious Williams. And today's episode is going to be all about pitching yourself and your brand regardless. Now, as we allow others to come into the room and become one of our esteemed guests, I just want to take some time to introduce myself to people who are new. We always have our regulars, but we always have new people too. So the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show was created by me, the Killer Pitchmaster, a 13-time national elevator pitch champion, three-time number one best-selling author, international professional speaker, and corporate trainer for some of the biggest tech and financial services companies in the world. And I didn't do this. It didn't just happen to me. But, it goes back to what we're going to be talking about today, pitching yourself and your brand, your business, your books, your products and services, regardless. So, how would I even get here? What would even make me say something like that? Well, that's why I think, coming back to the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show was founded on. We don't do fluff and BS over here. As entrepreneurs, and I know y'all know this, there will always be people who will tell you to be quiet. No one's going to buy from you. Why would you do that? And things like that. And my thing is, okay, like people are entitled to have their opinion, but do not allow it to affect yours. What you were put on this earth to do, nobody else was. And so when we talk about this great episode in particular, I am coming to you from the Gaylord in I think it's Maryland, but in the DC area. I'm here from the Professional Photographers of America Imaging USA conference. There are 10,000 professional photographers here for this conference. And I am speaking tomorrow at 8 a.m., 8 to 9:30. And this is why I want to bring this up today. Because as you all know, I am an international professional speaker. I love to speak, to teach, and to train. I am not a coach. I know who I am. I am not a coach. And the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because if I didn't pitch myself, if I didn't create if I didn't go after pitching as my niche, I wouldn't be here today. And yes, there are people, why you all, like, they don't say to me anymore, but back in the day was, why you always posting? Why is it? And I was like, you don't have to look. You can unsubscribe. You don't have to watch anything that I do. But there's a reason why you keep coming back. And this is no tea, no shade. But every big business was once small. And if everybody listened to everybody telling people what they could not do, we wouldn't be anywhere. And so I want you all to think about what I just said. And so if you are an esteemed guest, I'd love for you to put in the comments your name, the name of your business, your company, or something you want to give birth to. And why would you come to this particular episode, which is pitching yourself and your brand regardless? Like, why here today? Why did you come to this specific episode? And tell me why you think it's important to continue to pitch when people are telling you don't. Or I'm going to unsubscribe. Like, do whatever you got to do. Whatever you got to do. And yes, the reason why I brought this up is because we always get ads for Bath and Body Works, the influencers, celebrities, all this kind of stuff. And people take that gladly, and that's your prerogative. But at the end of the day, in order to move your business forward, it needs promotion. It needs pitching. It needs making sure your message is hitting the right target market. So if you've ever had people tell you what's not possible or you can't do it, put that in the comments. If you ever had somebody do that to you and say, it's not possible, stop it. Nobody cares. Well, if nobody's caring, why are you watching? I mean, these are real things. We look at celebrities or influencers, and people are always in the comments saying nasty things. And you just be like, well, why don't you subscribe? You don't have to watch. There is something you're getting out of this. Maybe by cutting people down to size, it makes you feel better. But as Drake said, Twitter fingers turn into trigger figures. You getting body by a pitching bitch. I'm trying to tell you. I don't worry. I don't have to worry about that. And sometimes some things do get me down. Not enough to stop. Not enough to stop. So let's talk about on the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show. And as your proud host, let's get into the nitty gritty. Every Sunday, we're here talking about a particular issue that is timely and relevant in the pitching world and in the speaking world. There are speakers who nobody calls and emails them about speaking opportunities. There are people who are pitching their businesses and have no idea how to. They don't realize that there's 6 different types of ways to pitch your business. You can do the investor pitch, the elevator pitch, the media pitch, the speaker pitch, the sales pitch, and the interview pitch. There's so many ways. And so while I'm here at the Professional Photographers of America Imaging USA conference in Washington, D.C. for the next 3 days, I'm telling you what I'm truly experiencing. So y'all know I was the keynote speaker at Profit Con that was in Weehawken, New Jersey last year. Now, Mike Michalowicz, who wrote Profit First, New York Times bestseller, he was down here. He gave the keynote this morning. So I go downstairs and there he is. And I said, you already know, we laughing, chopping it up. And it's such a diverse crowd here, such a diverse Black, white, Asian, Latin, all different types of people here. And what I really loved is, had I not pitched myself the way I did, Mike Michalowicz would never know my name. I would not be in the space where people knew me. When I walked through the door, y'all, I'm going to be honest. The DJ started playing Sexy Back. Now, y'all know I'm a full-figure diva. But I had the nerve to have on these great boots. I had on, I was trying to be cute. But I said, oh, y'all ready? Let's get it. And so taking pictures with him, taking pictures with the other attendees, and getting them ready for me for 8 a.m. tomorrow. That's why you pitch yourself. You go to events because you want to put yourself out there. I don't come with business cards. And there's a reason why I don't. If you want to look me up, you'll look me up. But I don't take business cards just to be like, hey, yeah, I'm going to call you. No, I'm not even going to lie like that. Say something that's going to make me. But the reason why I'm bringing this all to you is if I didn't constantly pitch myself and have others pitching me, I wouldn't be where I am today. People would only hear about the same names over and over. But in order to break through and make a name for yourself, you got to listen. I ain't above shameless self-promotion. I ain't above having a billboard in Times Square. I ain't above having Forbes magazine write about me. I ain't above having earned media. I ain't above doing what I got to do to get to where I am. And so if you with that, let us know. And before I come to my esteemed guests, because I know they're going to drop that tea. If anything I say resonates with y'all about our topic, pitching yourself and your brand, regardless of people who tell you, stop it, unsubscribe, I don't care, Why'd you come to this episode? And as a Killer Pitch Master, y'all, if you are new to the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitch Master show, which airs every Sunday live, unless I am speaking, please take my free quiz called What's Your Next Pitch Power Play? Go to this website, www.pitchingforprofit.com. It's scrolling across the screen. It's a short 6-question quiz, and you'll get a free customized report to tell you how to take your pitch game to the next level. So if you are not getting no clients, or the clients you're getting are the ones that really can't adequately see and pay for your value, your skill sets, and your abilities, you may be in the wrong target market. You may be pitching to people who you should be pitching to, and you may have created a product for a different type of audience you didn't even know existed. So please take my free quiz at pitchingforprofit.com. One of my quizzes is definitely going to drop it in there for you. But again, let's get to it. Pitching yourself and your brand regardless. Hold on, y'all. Let's see, y'all. Let's see where my peeps is coming from. Hi, Gretchen. Greetings from Tampa, Florida. Greetings from Washington, D.C. at the Gaylord. Jason, Lee Switzer. Glad you're here. Nice. Good luck. Looking forward. Thanks, Jason. Gretchen, I'm a first time poet. Oh, yeah. You know, Queen, I love writing poetry. Let's get it popping. Rob, YB Youngblood, the LinkedIn Locks. Hey, Rob, how are you? Hold on. Let me go down. Saw you go live and come on to the show to support and listen to your message. Thank you so much, YB. The LinkedIn Locksmith. Y'all heard, you see, we pitching. I love it. R.L. Smith from Brooklyn, New York. Glad you're here. Warren, yes, thanks for the love. You know, we're about to go off. Rob, YB, yes. Juanis, I got your I believe I got your email and I did respond back to you. Okay. I am Juanis. I came here to support you. My business is Gormini Dog Barkery. I look forward to working with you in the future. I just called that out. You better believe it. What? Lady Tracy Bond 007. Hey, Lady Tracy. I'm glad you're here, Queen. So glad you're here. Richmond, Virginia. Hold on. Did I just pass over? Hold on, y'all. You know, I think. Wait, okay. Zaylee. Thank you. MFA and film production. Every big business started small. I love that. www.keepingthefaithfilms.com. I'm an independent filmmaker screenwriter, and coach. I currently have a feature film release called Stratton Castle, the tale of Jesse Goldenheart, seeking to pitch my products to investors of faith-based and family-oriented TV and film productions. Thank Zaylee, that's how you do it. Drop it like it's hot. Come on. Lady Tracy, salute, Queepy. Thank you. Juanis, thank you. I'll check my mail. Yes. And so I just want you all to know that it's very important that we talk about these things, about pitching your brand, your business, your products, your services on the daily. Like, you need to be doing that. Like, this is part of business development, right? Yeah, I figured y'all can see. Okay, so here I am at a hotel at the Gaylord, being treated like royalty and stuff like that. There was a time when that didn't happen. There was a time I had to make a name for myself. There was a time I had to come out of darkness and make people pay attention to me. And so that was by pitching. That was by getting into certain groups and making sure they knew that no one else had my talent, my skill sets, and my abilities. So yes, there are a lot of sales, corporate sales trainers. They're not Precious Williams. They're not Precious Williams. I've never done an RFP in my life, and yet here I'm at Google, LinkedIn, Microsoft, Federal Reserve Bank, Yelp, all these other places. And the reason why, because I've differentiated myself in the marketplace. So I'm not going to tell you about my stuff every day. What I am going to give you is a taste of what I'm capable of. So the reason why I love speaking, the reason why I love being a keynote, the reason why I love being at different events is because people get to see that pitching is more than just a sales pitch or an elevator pitch or an investor pitch or a media pitch, that all of these can come together and help you in a variety of ways. And so the things I want to say to you all today is, when we all first started, yes, you got pushback from family, friends who didn't see your vision, and they didn't realize that God honestly needs no co-signers. So when I was an attorney in the great state of New York and I wanted to change it, I wanted to start Curvy Girls Lingerie, nobody believed. Nobody. And I had to pitch first to the producers of MSNBC and second on live television with MSNBC and walk away with $500,000. Now, to all the people who said it was impossible, how do you think they felt? I believed when nobody else did. And I knew that I could sit here and argue with family, friends, or whatever, or I can go to the people that can make this happen. So if the people, your family and friends, are always telling you that you can sit and argue and fuss and fight with them, don't. Go to where you're celebrated and not tolerated. If people unsubscribe, that's a good thing. They don't want to be a part of what you're doing. That's actually a good thing. So now your messages are targeted to the people who really want to be there. So number one, to stay true to your vision, you have to commit to pitching yourself, your books, your brand, your product, all of that on the daily. It doesn't mean buy my stuff. It doesn't mean, no. It means creating value. How do you become the go-to expert in your field? You have to drop valuable content. You do. Because everybody can tell you they're a speaker. Everybody can tell you that they're booked and busy. Very few can tell you that they're booked, busy, and paid. Very few can tell you that you are flown out like an Instagram thotty to locations. And that when you step into the room, people are already ready for you because you created a name for yourself. It means that if gatekeepers are holding you back, maybe you're in the wrong place where that gate is. Some of us are meant to shine in different places, not where people expect us to be, but where we're not expected to be. So you have to stay true to your vision. In order for your business to get out there, honestly, you have to commit to that. And it's a daily thing. YB is on here, the LinkedIn locksmith. What I like about him, and yes, I get opportunities all the time. People will want to speak to me, and I'm careful with, just having random conversations. So I ask, is this a sales call? Is this relationship building? Because I need to know that. I don't want to walk into sales call after sales call with people that I'm not even interested in, right? Or that's not a service I'm interested in right now. So I'm very specific about asking, and he responded back quickly to tell me what time it is. You know what I mean? Because I don't have time to be on sales calls all day long, in addition to creating presentations for my clients, for customers, writing my 4th book. So where am I spending my time? Now, if you got time to spend and argue with people, I don't. And they either have to see your vision or they don't, but you need to be in places where you need to be seen. So I'm at the Professional Photographers of America, Imaging USA. Why would Precious, the Killer Pitch Master, be speaking at a photographers conference? That's because I'm in places that people don't expect. And that when I'm brought in and I'm booked and I'm paid my fee, It's a beautiful thing because now that teaches people how to treat you. And people want to come to me and, oh, we'd love for you to speak for free. Da, da, da. No, that's my decision if I want to. Your expectation of me speaking for free means nothing. Now, what I do for Dress for Success or a Bottomless Closet or Bowery Mission, those are for women in transition who were like me. I used to be homeless. I used to be a severe alcoholic. And on Saturday, I'll be 5 years clean and sober. So when I tell you there are things that I'm on the board of Savvy Ladies. That's all about financial literacy for women in transition, and just in helping the next generation. But for people to just assume that you can speak for free, that's not in my timetable and it's not a part of my business model. So being protective of that. So if that resonates with you, let us sister know. Raise your hands or put something in the comments. Have people told you stop posting, or it's too much, or you think you're all that, or all? Put that in the comments. And I want to know what your response was. And afterward today, I want you to think about what your response is going to be later. Is it going to be entertained, or is it going to be disengaged and keep it moving? Okay, so so that was number one. And I really want y'all to think about that. There will always be people who can't see your shine. I promise you, there will always be people who can't see your shine. You can choose to play with that, or you can choose to move to where you're celebrated and not tolerated. Number two, and I said this earlier, every big business was once a small business. Look, the truth is our businesses aren't for everybody. My pitching and communication skills and my professional services aren't for everybody at that time, at the time that they may be reading about me or anything. And that's okay. Parts of pitching are all about building awareness, and that when people need me, I'm there. Not everybody needs me right now. Some people unsubscribe. I'm with that. I understand, but I'll be here when you're ready, or you may know someone else who may need my services. So that's why you don't just do it for your target market, even though that's what you would love. There are people on the periphery who will see you and want to bring you to other places. Let me share an example. So there's been this particular insurance company that I have been wanting to be a part of since 2019, right? So it's 3 years ago. I spoke at an event at Spelman College. I met a great man who happened to be in financial services at this company. He said he was going to help me get in, whatever. Never happened, right? So 2019 goes by, 2020 goes by, 2021 goes by. Imagine to my surprise that a person I did not know who'd been reading about me introduced me to a particular woman at this great insurance financial services company. And it was before the right woman. Now, mind you, it took 2 years. Now we're in the 3. And now moving forward, do you see the timetable? So it wasn't the right time then, and that might have been not the right person. But what was so funny is even though that gentleman wasn't the right person, years later, he came back to buy my triple threat book bundle. And then the company is now put before me. And so what I want to share with you all is this is why you keep pitching your business regardless. If I fell off because that contact didn't work out, I wouldn't be where I am. So you got to stay consistent and persistent. And remember, persistence beats resistance. Too many people told me my books came out, ain't nobody gonna buy it, but they're 3 number 1 bestsellers, reviewed by Forbes magazine, billboards in Times Square. You don't want the smoke. And it's because I kept believing. And you can make your doubters into believers. So some people need to see success to believe it's possible, to want to work with you. And so coming out of darkness, September 1st, 2018, and it is now January 16, 2022. This is a sweet spot. Every big business was once small. Everyone has faced naysayers. Everyone has faced people who have said it'll never work. And yet they kept going because they narrowed their target market and they got really, really good at who they really want to be in front of and who they don't. So I was reading something about like these, like the Maybachs, the Bentleys, the Rolls Royces, and them not having commercials because the people that buy those aren't watching commercials about them. They know their target market. So people aren't watching on television. They have a totally different way of living. So knowing your target market is great, right? And you know what they're going to watch and what they're not. And then you start introducing celebrity into that. Now it's getting other people to be thinking about it. But the people who they created their brand for, They're going to keep coming back because that's luxury. That's luxury on top of luxury, right? But they keep putting out better and better models because that's what their target market expects. So think about that. And let me know if any of this is resonating with you all. Please, please, please let me know. And number 3, remember when you're pitching, you're not doing this for your doubters or your haters or the people who don't believe. You're doing this for the people that need you, whether it's now or a year from now. The reason why they're going to finally remember that you are who they want to work with is because they can look back and see that you never stopped. The reason why I write an email to my VIPs once a month or every couple of months is because I want them to know that in the meantime, since the last time I spoke to you, hey, I was featured in a MasterCard ad campaign for Priceless. Hey, I'm going to be in the Wall Street Journal. Hey, I just got into this prestigious program for women. And out of like thousands of applications, they only chose 24, and I'm one of them. Hey, I'm speaking at Spelman College, Morehouse College, George Washington University, Columbia University, Babson College. Hey, I am speaking for the armed service, speaking at an event for the armed services. Hey, I am speaking at a 6-figure mastermind. Hey, I'm doing this sort of thing because I want them to know that in the meantime, with the pandemic and economic downturn and social unrest, people are still booking me. I'm even having my own live events. In fact, I got called from a professional sports organization and almost dropped the phone because I could not believe that my name had gotten that high. And why is that important? Because you have to pitch regardless. You have to pitch your books, your business, your brand, your product or service regardless, because they're going to find out about you. The more people talk about you, the more. And I don't think I have a problematic background, but what I'm saying is the reason why I keep going and the reason why I want to keep showing y'all, even if it's annoying and people are just like, it's because the right people are noticing. They're noticing. They're noticing. And so now that you've heard those 3, I'd really love to know which one of those 3 resonated the most with you all. Which ones resonated the most? What are you encountering? And then, I'm going to finish up with you all, but I definitely know which one really resonates. And again, before I go to my esteemed guest, let me just say this again. I am the Killer Pitch Master, Precious Williams. This is my show, Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitch Master. As a 13-time national elevator pitch champion who's been on Shark Tank, CNN, Wall Street Journal, Forbes magazine, movies, and documentaries around the world. I am originally from the inner city of St. Louis, Missouri. And I got out. I got my degree from Spelman College, my law degree from Rutgers School of Law, passed the bar on my first try. All that's cute. But the reason why I'm here is to show you how to pitch your way into greatness. And you don't have to look like Hollywood people. You don't have to look like celebrities. I want you to treat yourself like the celebrity you are. So if you're struggling with your pitch and how to bait, attract, and close on your most ideal prospects, I encourage you to take my free quiz at pitchingforprofit.com. You can take it while I'm speaking. Is that fast? And you get a free customized report. And it'll tell you how to step up your pitching game. Also, for those of you who do not know, I'm a 3-time #1 best-selling author of the Bad Bitches and Power Pitches for Women Entrepreneur and Speakers Only series. My first book, Bad Bitches and Power Pitches, was written to show women, especially, the psychology of pitching. It's not just putting formulas together. That's cute, but you need to understand the 7 branding personas. Are you ruled by power? Are you unstoppable? Are you flawed? Are you ruled by numbers? My second book, Bad Bitches and Power Pitches, the workbook, gives you different prompts based on who you are in the first book. My third book is Pitching for Profit, the Bad Bitches Playbook to convert conversations into currency. Every time you open your mouth, you should be getting ready. Where the money reside, So once you have your pitches together, I'm going to show you how to build and rebuild your network so that you can monetize it and have the greater impact on the world, right? Because there's nothing if just a few people know you. When the world starts to take notice, when the VIPs take notice, when your community takes notice, this is when you have to strike. And you have to have a different set of pitching. You when you have people pitching you. The only reason I'm here is because I know the right people who want to make sure that I appear at certain events, that I'm paid the fee I'm supposed to be paid and everything like that. These things didn't happen. Shout out to my girl, Christy Dots, for introducing me to a wonderful woman who makes stuff like this possible. Shout out, Chrissy Doss. So anyway, there's my link from my triple threat pitch book bundle. You can get that, and I'll hand sign it and put it in the USP at the regular post office, and I'll have it sent to you. So there's the link there. So let me check out what my peeps are saying. Hold on. Let me make sure what my peeps are saying. Okay. Tiff, what's up, Tiffany? YB, true. Thank you. Tiffany, thank you, Queen. I'm so glad you're here. YB, amen. YB, congratulations on being 5 years sober. I'm so happy. Y'all know, man, when your mind is so crisp, so clean. Gretchen, amen. Thank you. And y'all, this isn't about me. I just really want to give a different perspective, because sometimes you be watching people and be like, oh, that's so woo, woo, woo. Once I made a decision that I wasn't going to hang with certain people and I wasn't going to listen to naysayers or people who had never done what I wanted to do, life had to change. My networks had to change. And it couldn't just be people who, like, I don't hang around speakers like that. Like, I'm not vying for the attention with a whole bunch of other speakers in the room, because I do a different type of speaking, right? And so I got to be in places where you don't expect me to be, and then I'll crush it. And that's one of the things that I teach my clients, my customers, and all of that. Like, don't show up in expected places. Show up unexpectedly. Juanis, family says Paco Taco is hiring. He'll get a real job. Yeah, no. YB, persistence beats resistance. I love it. Thank you. Zaylee, hold on, Queen. Let me just pull this down. Persistence beats resistance. Go all day, every day. One is, do you have a private Facebook group? I do. And if you take my free quiz, then it'll lead you to my free Facebook group. It's called Booked and Busy Speakers. Ayadele, please let me know. Ayadele, am I saying your name right? Please get me right, because I want my sisters to know. My sisters and my brothers, my kings and queens, to know I'm saying names right up in these streets. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy that you're here, Queen. Thank you. Lady Tracy. The everyday pitch, please, to my luxury market. My deliverables are the buzz among my ideal customers. And wait, the everyday pitch, please, to my luxury target. My deliverables are the buzz among my ideal brand consumers and clientele. You better drop that like it's hot. Hold on. Lori. Hi, I'm Lori. Lori, glad you're here. I'm in Columbus, Ohio area. I have business as a consultant for business purpose loans to assist small business owners who are unbanked and underbanked, who are turned down for funding. I'm also a mortgage loan officer for residential purchases and refinance. This is my first time here, and I appreciate the positivity. I needed to hear this today. Congratulations on being sober. Thank you so much, Lori. Gretchen, amen. Ayadele, congratulations. To women making a difference all day, Queen. Zaylee. Hold on, let me just pull this down. Converting conversations into currency. Please share a link to book. I don't see. It's actually going across. I'm sorry, y'all. I be thinking y'all can read the bottom of the thing. It's you can go to the link at the bottom of the screen, or if you go to my website, www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com, you go to the Work With Me page, and the books are right there. And in fact, if y'all just give me a second, I will go over there and show y'all what the books actually look like. Just give me a second, and I'll put the other link up there if y'all want to get my books, okay? Zaylee, 5 years sober, way to go. Yes, Ayadela, you said my name correct. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, y'all, so let's get back to the task at hand. This episode is all about keeping it, just pitching yourself and your brand regardless. I want you to keep that ever focused. If nobody knows about what you do, it doesn't matter. So put yourself out there. I never thought, 3 years, a little bit over 3 years out of where I'd be, that I would be back to being an international professional speaker. I would be a college professor. I would be top of mind with a lot of VIPs who want to know, or their secret weapon to how they get their messages out there in a way that converts into dollars, relationships, and stuff like that. Okay. And also, if you all are speakers, and let's say you're a speaker and you're getting you're not getting any bites, or you're not getting the bites you once did, and you're seeking more paid speaking engagements, I encourage you to look at my Booked and Busy Speakers Bootcamp. I taught the first one last year, December 18th, to rave reviews. It's a small intimate group. I'm not looking for 50, 100. I only want 15 to 20 people in these sessions, because I want y'all to have this one-on-one access to me. And also, like, listen, we go on ham and cheese. I am not here to get a fluff and a bull about speaking. I need you to have a solid foundation. Whereas if something happens to me or I'm no longer around, y'all know exactly what to do to go get booked, busy, and paid. Who you should be reaching out to, how you should be doing that, how to make, we have YB, the LinkedIn locksmith. He's great, because I know he could help out in that way. But my thing is, how do you create yourself as your own secret weapon? How do you do business development for yourself in case you can't work with other people? And so my thing is, from the topics that you choose, to the way you present them in your speaker one, to the way that you pitch yourself to different audiences, to the way you speak to conference organizers and event planners, it all matters. Who's talking about you? Where your testimony is at? See, that's why my boot camp is very different from what you've seen and what you've heard. And you will also hear from my successful clients on how they were able to do it, and how what I taught them led them to where they are today. So those are links for my Booked and Busy Speakers Boot Camp. And in the meantime, y'all, let me just say this. What happens when you persist in pitching? Answer that question. What happens when you persist? What happens when you keep putting yourself out there? Number one, doors open. I had a call this morning with a friend of mine from way back, and he was talking about some of the things that, didn't go through and stuff like that. And he got depressed and stuff like that. And I said to him, maybe it wasn't the right time. And he sat there for a second. And I said, no tea, no shade. I thought I would have been a talk show host when I was in my 20s. I thought that I would have certain things in my early 30s. I'm turning 43. Turning 43 on Saturday. And it happens when it's supposed to happen. But your persistence beats resistance. And that's why you need to be consistent and constant. You do. I would never trade the experiences I went through, because look at where it got me. I feel like I'm Tom Brady. It's the fourth quarter. Give me the ball. I'm going to run with it. Like, I got this. A speaker, a communication skills expert, a corporate trainer, and a best-selling author. My skill set is in communication. But if I hadn't gone through hard things, when I would say things, it would probably just go over like, oh, she doesn't know. But because I encountered all of those things, that's why I can go into the biggest tech companies in the world, and they don't have to know my background about the things I struggled with to get here. Because when I show up, I'm ready to train. I'm ready to show them how to really, really get it popping, and how to bait, attract, and close, how to turn their ideal prospects into repeat clients, how to set themselves up. I mean, when you get booked to teach swag, one of the biggest tech companies in the world, think about that. That ain't got nothing to do with homelessness, addiction, none of that. You know what that got something to do with? Coming in powerful and killing the game. The things you think people won't pay you for, I promise you they will. I get paid to teach on swag. Swag. Tonight, right, at the Professional Photographers of America, Imaging USA, downstairs. So at 6:30, they're having this event, and they're welcoming and everything. And then 8 to 11, they're having a big party. Now, I'm not much of a partier, but can I tell you, so I was downstairs with Mike McAllowitz, and I was downstairs with some of the hosts. And they were like, oh, you coming down at 6:30? We would love to have you here because, man, your energy is crazy. We need you. And that felt so good, because I'm speaking at 8 a.m. in the morning, which means I got to turn up. But they respect my gangster enough and my skill set and my craft to know if she ain't in here, it's not, we need it to pop. So from 6:30 to 8 tonight, I'm going to be downstairs and we're going to be chopping it up and everything. Pitch regardless. I want people to be there. I want people to come in, and if they're already tired and dragging in, I'm going to turn it up. I'm going to turn up the energy, the pace, and everything. And that's why when you're given the opportunity to pitch, you're given the opportunity to introduce yourself, I want you to shine until your heart stops. Now, in the meantime, I ask y'all a question. What happens when you persist with pitching yourself? What happens? Yes, doors open, but what do you think is going to happen? I want you to put an answer in the comments. I'm just going to go and get my books over here. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I had to go over because my books and merchandise are over there on the other side of my space. But just so y'all know, these are my 3 books. And yeah, they're gonna be sold tomorrow. You know, we're going ham and cheese. So uh, this is Bad Bitches and Power Pitches for Women Entrepreneurs and Speakers Only. This is a book on psychology of pitching. Then you have Bad Bitches and Power Pitches, the workbook. This goes through the different types of prompts you're going to need for different audiences, whether they're large, small. Also, you know what industries and stuff like that. This is a great prompt book. And then when you get it all together, this is how you build and rebuild your network so you can monetize and have the type of impact you want to have. The only reason I'm in these big time spaces is because I'm not only a student of my craft and I invest in myself, but I wrote the books on it. And so if you want to learn how to, this is my triple threat book bundle. And for those of you, if that link is too much, go to my website, www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. You go to the Work With Me page. You will also see that you can get the books there if that's too long of a thing. And anyway, y'all, let me just say this. Don't begrudge small beginnings. Don't want what anybody else has. When it's your time, it's your time. I looked at all the great speakers before me, the great trainers. I never even thought I would get into that space. I've been in New York. I've hosted, 2 or 3 talk shows. All the things that I thought would have happened in my 20s, it wasn't that time. Now it's time. So what have you learned from today? Pitching yourself in your brand regardless. What have you learned? What are you going to do differently? In the comments, I want you to commit to doing something differently. Tell me what you're going to do. Tell me. Again, this is Precious Williams. I'm the proud host of the Keeping It Real with a Killer Pitch Master. And if you're seeking help for pitching, for communication skills, for web copy, and all those sort of things, please check me out at www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. You can connect with me on LinkedIn, Precious L. Williams Killer Pitch Master. You can connect with me on Facebook at Perfect Pitch P, on Twitter at Perfect Pitch P, and on Instagram at Perfect Pitches P. Finally, you go to my YouTube channel, Perfect Pitches by Precious. And so I hope you enjoyed this today. I'm going to go over and see if there are any more comments. I don't want to keep you any long. Y'all know I go ham. Y'all know I go ham. Gretchen, it's about network and like a ship is starting to set sail through the waters all day. Lori Carter, build more confidence. Lori, consistency, yes. And so as you all know, birthday is coming up. I am very excited. I feel so good on the inside. I don't know how to explain it. I feel really, really good. And so turning 43, and it's been a ride. It's been a ride. Other people like, oh, put out your Cash App. Y'all want me to put out my Cash App? I don't know, because I never expect people to do things, but they've done a lot of amazing things. So y'all want me to put my Cash App? I will. But y'all don't feel free that you got to, okay? But I am turning 43. Killer. I'm turning 43, and I hope that every time you come back, I pray that you learn something different. That you learn that pitching ain't easy, but it sure is fun. And then getting the word out with your business, whether it's with PR, you got our queen, Lady Tracy. You had a lot of people on here with great businesses. You have the LinkedIn locksmith. You have someone who makes gourmet dog treats. I mean, come through. These are the type of people that show up on my lives, and I need you all to show up. Put yourselves out there. You never know who's wanting. My queen, Denisha, McPherson. She made me a jacket that has my logo, what is Money Reside Killer Pitchmaster. A woman happened to be watching and ordered from her just from seeing what I did. So I'm telling you, your next clients are on these. And so make sure that you all understand you're worth it. And again, if there are no, wait, let's see. Gretchen, happy birthday. Thank you. Lori, happy birthday. Thank you so much. And again, you all, I am glad that you all are here. This episode was amazing. If there are no more comments, I don't want to keep y'all too long. But again, I am Precious Williams, proud founder and CEO of Perfect Pitches by Precious, where I teach the art and the science of those killer elevator pitches, media pitches, investor pitches, speaker pitches, sales pitches, and interview pitches. Not only am I a corporate trainer for big tech and financial services companies, I've written 3 #1 best-selling books on the art and science of pitching. And finally, I am now a professor at Babson College. And so you're not dealing with someone who's not new to this. I'm true to this. Keep coming back. It gets better and better and better. And I really want y'all that even if you don't say it right now, commit to doing something this week with pitching yourself, or at least establish yourself as the go-to expert. And why should somebody mess with you in the first place? Do people get hired because of you? Do people look better because of you? Do they save time because of you? Do they get the results they need because of you? Put it on out there. Flex on them. And again, my name is Precious Williams. This has been an awesome episode. I don't see any more comments. Let me just look one last time. Oh, Lori said, go kill it today. Oh, you know, Queen, I'm about to go downstairs. I need some tea. But I need to go get something to eat too, y'all. Y'all already know what time it is, so I can be ready because 6:30 is on and popping. So you all, send out positive vibes. We doing it here at the Professional Photographers of America, Imaging USA. We going live for 3 days, so I'm just going to enjoy being here and enjoy connecting and reconnecting in the storm. When I tell you the snow was something, I'm so glad I got over here early. Oh, so we going in. I really appreciate you all for coming. I really appreciate you all for giving me your time. My name is Precious Williams. This is the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster Show. Keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back. If there's someone that you think should be, that needs this replay, send it to them or put their name in the comments and give them a reason why they should watch this. At the end of the day, every big business was once small. Remember, you are the celebrity in your business. Your brand is something you should be putting forth on a daily basis. Find ingenious ways you can show you what you do through testimonials. You can show what you do through being places. I always do lives when I'm places. I do lives because people will flex and say, "Oh, I'm doing this, baby. I'm at the scene. I'm at LinkedIn. I'm speaking. What we doing? Hold up. I'm at Google. I'm at Microsoft. That's what I'm doing. Oh, I'm at the Federal Reserve Bank. This is what I'm doing. Oh, I'm here in Philly. This is what I'm doing." Because it takes it out of, people making it up and flexing to, oh, shoot, it's real. Not only is it real, you see how people interact with me. And I'm just as real here as I am in person. And that kind of shocks people. Like, oh, I would expect you to be such. I said, girl, I got blue hair today and it's going to be probably blonde in 2 weeks. What are we talking about? They don't hire me because of that. They hire me because I am good at what I do. And I always bring the funk, the energy, and the noise. That wakes people up and like, oh, shoot, I'm learning. For real, she's going ham. And so as a speaker, do you want someone who's going to go ham, someone who's going to dial it in? I just want y'all to know. I love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful wonderful way to start the week. Kick ass. Take care. Bye.